Welcome to Below Dexperts, the sibling duo podcast where we recap current Below Deck seasons and we try to be funny while doing it. I'm Morgan.
I'm Lane.
And today we're recapping Below Deck Down Under Season 2, the finale. So it's just episode 18.
Yeah, they made it easy on us this week.
I know, it's like a little bit of a break. So if you are just joining us today, which I assume you're not, but maybe you are, welcome. The way our episodes work is that we obviously recap the episode. We choose a few talking points at the top to try to organize. And at the beginning, we ask each other 2 quick fun questions. We try to be creative with it. And that's kind of how our episodes are set up. So again, today will be a little bit of a shorter episode because we only have to recap one. And yeah, I think that's it. What's new?
Not much. Recently, as of the last 10 seconds, I realized I forgot to write a question of the day. But I'm scrambling, and if you go first, I think I can figure something out.
Okay, let's see if Lane can do this. Let's see if he can come up with a random question. You need to format your notes the same way every week. Like, that's what I do. Well, besides today, I used the intro from last week. But...
Oh, we're not all perfect, are we? I'm just kidding.
But then you won't forget.
No, I remembered. I just kept not doing it. Yeah. I even thought about it on the drive over here.
Remembered, forgot.
Yeah.
Remembered, forgot.
Yeah.
I do that a lot, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go first, obviously.
Cool.
So besides Aisha and Captain, which it's pretty much a guarantee that they're going to be back every season, I hope, at least Aisha, for a few seasons. Mm-hmm. Who would you have back for season 3? And you can't say Adam.
What the kind of bullshit question is this? Well, I was going to say Adam.
Well, I guess that could be an answer because he could be better by...
Yeah, I don't think he'll be back.
Okay.
I think he's going to go do his own thing.
Yeah.
I think it would be smart to bring Sheffy back.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really smart to bring her back because Captain Jason knows how to motivate her.
I know.
And she's a very calm-headed, very good chef.
Yep. I was going to say the same thing. I was like, I hope that's not too easy of a question. Mm-hmm. Because truly, like, Margot would be, like, probably my second choice.
Yeah.
I think if Margot, like, were to come back next season, she could be a second stew.
I think so.
Yeah, by the time she, gets more experience that, even now, I think if she was thrown into the second stew position, she could do it. She second guesses herself.
Yeah, her and Sheffy are pretty similar where they're like not confident in themselves, but they can actually do it. Mm-hmm. But who I'd love to see back is Harry.
Yeah, he's fun. I think he could be more fun. Like, not that he's not fun, but I think they didn't show him a lot. Like, you'd see him at the clubs and the bars and he'd be dancing and fun and they just didn't really focus on that.
Yeah, because it's not dramatic.
I know. But I'm saying, like, they could, I don't know. I guess if he had a love interest that wasn't Margot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
More interesting, too.
After all the Margot stuff, they didn't really give him much screen time.
I know. All right, moment of truth. Do you have a question?
Yeah, are you ready to admit that I was right about Joao?
No, I'm not. I was. And we'll get into it. I'll go through my notes of like exactly like the like the emotions I went through. I was ready to submit, but I still feel kind of the same. I don't know. We'll get into it. But no, I'm not ready to just be like, yeah, you were right.
Yeah. Story of my life, people.
Yep.
Welcome to it.
All right. So here's the main talking points that I have. I have the Teppanyaki Dinner, even though that's not huge, but then I have the old Joao, and then I have the Jamie Luca Culver situation.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's basically covered. Again, it's only one episode. This is going to be a shorter episode for you guys. So let's start with the dinner.
Yeah. I think Sheffy was a little dramatic about it. I think I am nowhere near as good as Zarina at cooking at all whatsoever. I like to cook.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. But I think I could bullshit my way through it.
That type of dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like after seeing it, I'm like, yeah, I feel like anybody could really just
Yeah.
bullshit their way through it. I guess I shouldn't say anybody, but those people, all they wanted was the dramatics, or not the dramatics. They wanted to be like entertained.
Yeah, all they wanted was the onion tower
And a shrimp thrown up in the air.
thrown at them. Like, I could do that.
Exactly.
I mean, I might throw it pretty hard, but I could do it.
That's all they cared about. They obviously the food is good, and I think we might have said this last week, where it's like the food isn't anything special.
No.
It's good. I'll eat it.
It's just the show.
It's the show. Well, I don't know. The food isn't anything to write home about, but it's good.
Yeah, unless you get into those really, really fancy places.
Yeah.
But that's like...
Where you do like, yeah,
you're spending over $1,000.
Right. Yeah. So she, they ended dramatically where she's walking off. I'm not doing it. And, you think Captain's going to go in there and be mad. I never thought he was. I never thought he was going to go in there and yell at her.
No.
So he goes in there and handles the situation perfectly.
Perfectly.
Literally perfectly.
Yeah.
Where she's like, you ready to yell at me? And he's like, no, I'm ready to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And I think she was like, oh, okay. Completely like, I don't know. We've never seen him yell.
I was just going to ask, can you think of a time that he's actually yelled at someone?
I don't know if he did season 1.
If he hasn't yelled this season, there's no way he yelled in season 1.
That's true. That's really true.
Yeah.
I can't recall him ever yelling or literally losing his temper. So, he basically was just like, yeah, like, you can do this. And she's like, okay.
Yeah. And then he just shows her like, hey, this is how you do it. It's not the fancy stuff, but, you put onions on top of it and then you light it on.
Put the oil in there, light it on fire.
Yeah.
And they go, yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
They literally were like, oh my God, that's my favorite thing ever.
I know.
It's like, it's not that hard. Like,
yeah.
What the hell?
My favorite part was, I literally wrote like, this dinner is weird, LOL. Because
so weird.
Did you see
so weird.
Okay, so the first guy didn't catch the shrimp, and then the one guy stands up.
Oh my God.
And smashes an egg on his head. Like, my question is, what was his intent?
The one guy sitting down was like, I bet you can't hit me with it.
I know.
And I'm like, yeah, I probably could.
Could hit you with a whole egg?
But you're like 4 feet away from me. Like, what's the challenge here? And then he puts it in his mouth, chomps down.
Oh, yeah.
It gets all over his face.
No, I was thinking he hit it on his head. It's even worse. He chomped on it.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, I thought it was hard boiled. Why would it be hard boiled?
Okay, question 1, why would it be hard boiled?
Why would it be hard boiled?
2, you were going to bite down on a hard-boiled egg?
Yeah, it's like a little bit better, I guess. Like, what the hell was that?
And then his wife wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
She was like, sit down. Sit down.
Yeah,
Like,
and she might. We're going to hear about that. That's my prediction. I don't want it to happen, but I think it might.
But it goes back. My first thought was like, yep, remember how last week they were like, everything's perfect. Our husbands are perfect. Our lives are perfect. And then I saw that. I was like, there's a little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, that just screams like, I hate my life.
I hate my husband.
Yeah, like we all hate each other.
Yeah.
But we're on national television, so we got to pull it together.
And you could tell, again, when she was like, you sit down. He's like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that was a little weird. Sorry.
He did like everything but salute to her.
So I think I was literally in the middle of writing, this dinner is weird. And then it ended and it was fine. I was like, but it's okay.
I was like, thank God.
So that's basically it for that. And then they really kind of rushed through getting through that. The guests didn't stay up super late.
Yeah, thank God.
And it was only an overnight charter and the guests get up and leave.
Yeah, you have a 1-day charter. I'm staying up until 4 a.m.
Same.
I'm staying up. I'm sleeping 3 hours.
Yep.
I'm leaving, and then I'll figure it out from there.
I'll go sleep in the hotel that I'm going to go to.
Yeah, and it's their last charter. You can keep them up. Like, it's kind of a dick move, but you're still paying them.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. Like, that is The one overnight charter, for sure, I'm staying up like as late as I can.
Like all night.
Because also in my mind, I'm getting more of my money's worth if I keep drinking the alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we sound kind of cheap, but like.
Well, we are cheap. We can't afford this. Somebody pay for us to go.
Yeah, come on. Pay for us. Come on, Bravo.
We're really fun. Even if it's, well, Bravo, we are really fun. We would be such a fun charter. I'm just putting this out there. I'll do whatever you want. I'll be the bitch.
Yeah. And like, if you really need the drama, I'll punch her in the face.
I'll let him punch me in the face if I can get on the charter.
Deck her.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
That means punch. Don't make it weird.
No. I was thinking like, I was going to say, I'd let you punch me in the face, but I don't know if I would let you punch me in the face as hard as you can punch. Like, it's one thing to be like, boom.
Yeah,
it's another to be
like pull back.
Bam! Pull back, put all your weight into it. I don't know there.
I'll pull back a little bit.
All right. Well, okay. The deal is Lane can punch me in the face, but not as hard as he can. And
We'll see what happens.
All right. I don't even know where we started with this thought. I'm lost.
Us going on to below deck.
I forgot why we were even saying we'd punch each other in the face.
They went to bed early on a one day charter.
Wow. That went off the rails.
Yeah, it usually does.
But yes, I didn't even have that thought, but I agree that I would not be going to bed early.
No. I wouldn't even go to bed.
I would sleep for a couple hours, maybe.
I would at like 2 a.m, I would tell whatever Stu is awake, like, hey, show me where the booze is. You go to bed, and I would stay up as long as I wanted to.
You know that's not allowed.
Yeah, but
That's a good point. So I guess we've never seen that. Like, I feel like the latest we've seen people stay up is like 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
That would kind of be shitty to do. If it's like you keep them up till 4 a.m. and you know it's like their last day.
Well, I mean, it's shittier to do like charter number 3.
Yeah.
But honestly, if I said that and they're like, I cannot go to bed unless you go to bed, I'd be like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
Give me 6 beers and I'm going to go hang out in my buddy's cabin tonight.
All right. Whatever,
Bravo.
Whatever.
Ball's in your court.
Okay.
We're fun. All right. And I'll punch her. I'll do it.
Moral of the story. Aisha's still putting Captain's contacts in.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
That just warms my heart every time it happens.
It literally makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Whenever I see it. Oh, and the other thought I had when we were talking about like Zarina being the one we'd bring back is that I feel like Captain's forming a relationship with her like he has with Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
And that's super cool to like I feel like Aisha and Captain, and obviously we see it like at the end of the episode, but like they're like brother and sister. They are so close. It's so adorable and awesome, and I feel like Zarina is kind of the same way. So it would be cool to see those 3 come back. I'm crossing my fingers that those 3 come back.
That'd be
for
really
season
cool.
3.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Aisha briefly tells Margot she's made so much progress and she's proud of her, which I think is awesome for Margot to hear. She did awesome with the service for this charter.
She did, yeah.
They didn't really focus on that too much, but she did a good job. And then I also thought this was adorable was that Captain, when the guests were leaving, they gave the tip to the captain and she's like, make sure like Jamie doesn't get penalized. She was like, the guest was really nice. She's like, don't like penalize her. And Captain's like, no. And then you hear him say, I don't know if it was just to the camera or whatever, but like, he's going to pay that out of his pocket.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's so cool. Like he might be my number 1 captain spot now.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're going to see Captain Sandy in this next med season.
True.
She could beat him out again.
She's got some competition now though.
But I do love him, and I think he has shown literally the most level-headed out of all 3.
Oh yeah.
Captain Sandy is very level-headed, and I can't even think of an example where she like lost her cool, but like I just feel like there's never been a question that everybody that works for Captain Jason respects him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that again, I think anybody that works for Captain Sandy respects her too, but I think she's had issues like back when Hannah was her, like
Yeah.
her and Hannah kind of had issues. Like, I don't know, like Captain Jason just has not had that. So he might be my number one captain now.
And I think two things. Sandy will yell at people, but she's rarely in the wrong.
Right.
You rarely disagree with her.
Yeah.
And I think I almost lost it, but I remembered it.
Computing.
Yeah, really.
Beep, beep, boop, beep.
I think she gives people more chances than Captain Jason does.
Really? He gave Margot another chance. He could have fired her for sure.
Yeah. I think Captain Sandy would have kept Adam, maybe.
Really? I don't think she would have. I think every decision Captain Jason made this season, Captain Sandy would have done the same. I think she would have gotten rid of Adam. I think she would have given Margot another chance.
Do you think Captain Sandy would have put on the budgies? Huh? Wise guy?
That's not a decision. He couldn't let that go, though. Captain Jason's like, when he gave Jamie the helmet, which of course Jamie deserved the helmet, he's like, if I had to wear the budgies, you have to wear the helmet, or something like that.
Yeah, and then he's talking about his next charter season. He's like, definitely not putting on budgies again.
Yeah, he can't get rid of that in his head. He really struggled with that.
I'm sure they cut out like a half an hour of him being in his room, just like,
am I going to do this?
It's for TV. It's for the crew to get a better tip.
Yes.
Like,
seriously, this is so funny. So yeah, obviously Jamie gets the helmet. It was funny. She's like, I ruined the guest's outfit and now Captain's gonna ruin mine.
Yeah, it's like, suck it up.
I know.
Suck it up,
To
Jamie.
me,
You ruined like a $3,000 dress.
Yeah, who knows how much that dress was worth. But also, like, it's just fun. Like, it's better for you to just embrace it than being like, oh, this is going to mess up. It's not going to mess up your outfit unless you say it's going to mess up your outfit.
Yeah, it's a disco ball.
Yeah, disco balls go with everything.
It's not like it's like pink camo or something. It's a disco ball.
That would be worse.
That would be so much worse.
The disco ball's fun, but it could be really bad. It could be like a chicken helmet or something.
Yeah.
Like,
or it could have like a bomb in it.
Wow.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. Wow, that took a turn. No,
Moving on.
Pink camo, like a pink camo cowboy hat. That would be bad. We could get really creative with this. But no, the disco ball goes with everything.
Yeah.
So then they go out, and this is where we kind of begin our second point of Joao. What happened?
Nothing. I thought you saw me look at the soundboard.
I did. And then you laughed and smiled, so I didn't know what was going on.
I can't remember where the buttons are, so I don't want to hit the wrong one.
Oh, well, it's like Russian roulette. Roulette? How do you say roulette?
Roulette.
Is it roulette?
Now
we're wasting time.
We'll leave it.
Oh my God.
We'll leave it up to suspense.
Okay.
You don't know what sounds we get. You don't know anything.
So the first thing that happens is Joao kind of going at Culver at dinner.
Yeah.
Which I am pro Joao. We know this, but even I felt bad for Culver. Like,
it's like, let him
just enjoy his last dinner, bro.
Yeah,
like,
and he says it at every dinner.
I know. And it's like not even, he just brings it up randomly. It doesn't even fit into the conversation.
Yeah.
He'll just be like, yeah, Culver, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, I know. It's like, dude, calm down.
What the heck? We were just having a nice dinner. I know. And so, and I think that's where he, again, starts drinking and starts.
He was hammered before
dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. And then basically until the end of the episode.
Yeah. And I think he made that conscious decision of like, Zarina doesn't like me. Like, I liked her. Forget it. I'm going to get drunk. And then.
Yeah.
It ensues. So, my second note on it is, oh no, Joao is kind of being a dick. Oh no, Lane might be right. He just kept kind of doing, just making weird comments, and like he was going at Culver again in the van.
Yeah.
And Culver's finally like, bro, like, can we just not? Like,
I know. I absolutely hate that. Like when we're all drinking, having a good time, and then someone just like pushes advice onto you. Like,
I know.
you gotta tell her.
Oh, I know.
If plan A doesn't work, you gotta have a plan B, and you gotta tell her.
I know.
And Culver's like, I did. Why are you yelling at me?
I know. And why does it involve you? Like, just
doesn't.
chill. And again, if Joao wasn't like super drunk there, he probably wouldn't have pushed it like he did. Drunk people do that.
Yeah.
That's like one of the most annoying things that drunk people do is like they don't know when to end a conversation.
Yeah, and I've done it. Like, I'm not innocent in this, but I hate when people do it to me.
I don't think I'm that type of drunk, but because I know I hate it where it's like, okay, thank you for your advice. And then they're like, yes, but then you should do this. And you'd be like, okay, you could even like agree with them. And they'll be like,
and they'll just keep repealing the same 3 points.
yes.
It's like, dude, you
And that's what he was
gotta come
doing.
out. You gotta do this.
Yes.
That's Kyler does that to me all the time.
He is like that.
Whenever he drinks, when we're drinking, he's like, so when are you moving to the suburbs?
I know.
I'm like,
Same
I
thing.
don't know, man.
Yeah. So then we see the Joao kiss of Margot in the bar, which was very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Is that how you say that?
Anticlimactic.
Is that how you say it? Did I say it wrong?
Are you drunk?
No. Is that a word?
Anticlimactic, yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Sometimes I say words and I'm like, I don't know if that's a word.
Like it doesn't sound right when you say it.
Yeah, there was what was I watching today? I think it was Selling the OC on Netflix, and they kept saying I can't remember what word it was, but I was like, is that a word? And then I was like, it's got to be a word. They left it in a TV show.
True, yeah.
But sometimes, yeah, you look at a word and there's literally a word for that. Being like, when you look at a word and you're like, that's not a real word.
You know, I think that every time I try and spell restaurant.
Yeah.
I cannot spell that word.
You know what I can't spell? Oh shoot, what is it? Well, Wednesday, but I have to say Wednesday in my head.
Yeah.
There's a shoot, I wish I could remember it, but they're basically, yeah, it's the same thing where I always switch two letters.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Is the word golf?
No. I want to say it's like sincerely, but no, I'm like, no, I know how to spell sincerely. Anyways, moving on. Joao barely kisses Margot, but he's doing it to be a twat. Margot apologizes, but Zarina says she doesn't need to. Like, basically what happens is he's like, can I kiss you? And she's like, yeah, I guess. And then they like barely kiss. And what does he say?
He complains about something. He was like, no one takes me for who I am. Or
yes.
Something like that. And it's like, Joao, go home.
I know. He's just getting his he's drinking his feelings.
Yeah.
Random thought I had. I said the club scenes are always so weird because the music that the show plays is not the music that's on.
No, they'll get DMCA'd.
So, wait. Play the music. No. I was gonna say the music we have is this music that they play at the clubs.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
You just guessed. You didn't actually know that's what the sound was.
That's the only one I remembered.
Yep.
So yeah, the club scenes sound like this.
See, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Pretty much.
They play that music, but they're dancing like.
Yeah, and it's like, that's like a Drake song or something. Like, it's not what we're hearing.
I know, and part of me's like, God, I wish they could play the real music, but
they would have to spend so much money.
They would have to pay, a lot of money. Anyway, random thought. I said, okay, this is where the Joao and then the Culver and Luca like kind of like
now we're getting into it.
A lot happens at once. I said leading up to this, oh no, Luca and Jamie's DMs on Instagram. They're like kind of flirting on Instagram.
Yeah, and I don't know why I'm so quick to take Luca's side because R.I.P. Adam.
He's not dead.
Yeah, he is to me. he says like you look good, girl, or beautiful, like something like that.
Yeah.
But the whole crew, like every morning,
Hugs each
bear
other.
hugs each other. Like
Yeah.
there's not really a line there anymore. It's pretty gray.
I get what you're saying there. Yeah, I think it was the types of messages could be innocent, but they weren't innocent to like Jamie.
Yeah,
If that makes sense. And I think Luca knew that. I think he
that's a
wanted
good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, he like wanted to push the boundaries as much as he could.
Kind of like feeling it out. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be one thing if it was like Margot and I don't know. Margot and Adam messaging, like, because they were just friends, and that's a clear line. But I think Luca and Jamie knew they were like testing the waters. So
they're like Harry and Captain.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of steam in between those two. A lot of heat.
Captain would not approve of you saying that.
Sorry, Captain.
It
was a
definitely
joke.
Watches this. And then my next note, oh shit, Jamie and Luca actually did kiss.
Yeah.
She obviously like stops, but Harry saw.
Yeah.
And I think if Harry didn't see, I think he was the only one that saw.
He was, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Joao saw it.
But he was too drunk. He wouldn't have remembered.
They kind of made it seem like he was in the same area, but if he saw it, he would have made a big fucking deal about it. So he definitely did.
That's true. Yeah, him being drunk, he might have made a big deal about it because he also hates Culver. He would be like, Culver, look.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happens. I think Jamie feels bad instantly. Then I think the rest of the night out, Joao and Zarina had a little bit of words, but they didn't like fight by any means. I think she's just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with you. And
I don't know. I don't think we saw everything between those two.
You don't think?
I think he got a little nasty with her. And I'm not pushing my own narrative.
Oh
I'm not trying to win a bet.
No, I disagree because why would they leave that out?
Yeah, but the way the next day conversation goes, Sheffy is not okay.
Yeah. I think we saw like her reasoning to be upset though. Like he kissed Margot.
Yeah.
Come on. Like the whole season. Well, and she even says it in the van of like she kind of uses her words, what she said at the restaurant was like, this is the old Joao. You've been like perfect all season. I think she was actually meaning those words this week versus just saying them last week, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because he was being the old Joao this week. He wasn't.
You heard it
week.
here first.
Oh no, I said I agree, but I'm getting to the point.
I know. That was just a bit.
Whatever. And now I lost my train of thought. Oh no, but you get what I'm saying. Like I think she actually was like upset about like I actually do see the old Joao. So no, I disagree. I really don't think they would have left anything dramatic out.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but like, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So the night ends. Somehow they find out that Jamie and Luca kissed. I think it was Harry. Was it Harry that said something?
Well, it was...
Somehow the crew finds out, I should say.
Yeah, it was Harry and Luca in the same van. Harry said it to Luca, but there was Sheffy and Joao in the same van, I think.
So then that's how they knew.
And then the next day, Sheffy asked Luca, and then they're like, Jamie, come in here. And then they told Jamie, and she said she didn't remember.
I know. And my note is literally, oh no, Jamie's trying to play it off like she didn't know.
She knew.
No, you don't. I know. Well, here's my stance on, and you know this, maybe we've talked about this before. I've never blacked out. Like I've never like not remembered an entire night. Or like
nerd.
Or like even like hours of nights. Like I truly just don't think it's possible for me because don't get me wrong, I've been like very drunk, puking really bad, but never didn't remember. So I'm not saying it's not possible, like, because people black out, but I don't think she was blackout level.
No.
She was not like downing shots and.
No, I don't think she was
puking.
blacked out. I think I know she remembered it because she said it in the interview.
Did she?
Yeah.
So she like lied, took over, and then said it.
Oh. She was basically like, I was kind of hoping just to sweep this under the rug. And this was like I think the interview right after, they're like, yeah, you made out with Luca. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't even know that. And then the producer's interview, she's like, yeah, I was kind of hoping this wouldn't come up.
Oh, see, I missed that.
I could be misremembering.
So basically, I have down, like, she tells Culver, and as much as we have, like, given Culver shit, I really felt bad for
I
him
felt
in that.
so bad for him.
It was like, what is he supposed to say? I never
Yeah.
understand, like, what someone is supposed to say in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think he handled it like any person would. Like, wow, I'm, like, very surprised. I need a second. I don't really know, how to feel.
I wrote down, I said, in this moment, Culver is like, ow, 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 ouchie, ow, ouchie, ow.
Wow. Poetic. Why don't you have your own book?
I'm telling you. That's not even it's a joke, but I actually did write that down.
No, I know. I actually believe you wrote those words.
Yeah, you've seen my notes.
Yeah. So, just to, like, wrap this up, Culver reacts like that. Jamie gives him time. Luca comes in, says, like, hey, bro, sorry. Culver's like, okay. Like, again, I think, as much shit as we give into Culver, he handled that perfectly too. Because
Yeah.
what are you going to do? Get mad at him, get into a fight, you're both leaving, you're probably never going to see each other again.
Yeah, and you don't really know what happened I'm assuming he was probably not ready to get into any of it. And like you said, they're leaving. Fuck it, who cares?
Right.
I think they both handled it pretty well.
Yep.
Like Luca just walking up like, hey man, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But then I'm like, okay, so maybe we're just going to see everybody go their own separate ways. It's for the best, right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe this is finally Jamie's out, right? And that's what she wants, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
They leave the boat together.
They leave the boat together. Culver's like, yeah, not a big deal. I'll get over it. And Jamie literally even says in her interview, Culver likes me more than I like him.
Yeah. And then she says that. Then she's like, yeah, I'm never really good with, I think, confrontation. I'm not good with that. And I just really want him to feel better because I feel bad.
Yeah. And so it's kind of, I don't know. That was her out if she wanted it. Maybe she didn't want it. Maybe she does want to explore this thing with Culver, but I don't know. When Luca comes onto the boat and, like, you automatically kind of want to test that boundary. Girl, there's going to be more hot guys out there.
Yeah. She said something along the lines of, I'm gutless when I don't know. What did she say?
No, the question is, what did you write?
Yeah, I was trying to cover for myself.
What did Jamie say? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
It
guess
was
it
her
didn't make
fault.
sense. Because I typed it perfectly, I know.
Basically, she said she was gutless when she knows it's time to cut things off.
Yeah. So.
Her words, not mine. Jeez, I wrote down perfect notes.
I said, what is you doing, girl?
Yeah.
But we'll see. Neither one of them are on med. So we'll get into this at the end. But, like.
Oh, you know what's going to happen?
What?
Might happen. They might bring Jamie onto med if someone gets fired.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I could totally see that happening.
Oh my God. That would be good because we didn't even start this season with Culver. Remember that? Culver didn't start this season.
Wait, what?
You don't remember that?
No.
They brought Culver in.
Oh, after... what was his name? Luke?
No, Luke. There was someone that got fired before Luke.
Was
there? God,
there?
we should know this. This is literally our podcast.
I was trying to think earlier because I could only think of 3 people that got fired.
Oh no. For sure someone did. I can clearly remember in my brain Culver coming onto the boat and Aisha being like, oh my gosh, Culver's here.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But what was it? Was it...
Or was he just late to the charter?
No, I don't think he was late. I don't know. we're not going to spend any more time on this because I don't think my brain's going to come up with what the actual answer is.
Yeah,
but
it's late.
Yeah. But yeah, I know for a fact he didn't start. Maybe, I don't know for a fact if it was because he was late or if somebody got fired. I can't remember. I'll look it up after this, but that won't matter because this will already have been recorded. So
yell at us in the comments.
Go ahead.
But be nice.
Yeah, I mean, we're really trying. We're doing some research now. I mean,
yeah.
We'll get better, I swear.
It's also late. We're both tired.
I know. Yeah, it is.
I had a beer earlier.
So
Can't see straight.
So, yeah, finishing up, Captain offers Margot a job on another boat in Thailand, but she doesn't take it, which I thought was interesting. Stupid. I would have loved to work on a boat in Thailand for Captain Jason. Come on.
Well, not even that, but like, she's so new to yachting.
I know.
And this is like the only captain that is willing to hire you. Well, not that, but like he knows you're a great worker. Everyone else is just hearing it from someone else.
Yeah.
You got to go work for him.
I think one of two things or multiple things, like she didn't want to say. She might be homesick.
Mm-hmm. She probably is. Yeah.
Yep. So that could be a big one. She also could be kind of dealing with like mental health.
Yeah.
Which I think she has said on her Instagram. I haven't like completely went through her Instagram, but I remember seeing her post something after what happened with Luke about working with a therapist and working on her drinking and stuff.
That's true. Yeah. Sorry, that was kind of...
No. I know you didn't mean anything by it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, we can look at that, but, like, I've been at points in my life where you could have offered me... Heck, I was offered Division I volleyball scholarships, and I said, nah, I'm homesick. I want to go home, and I played at a tiny little college.
Yeah.
Like, very similar, right? Like, you look at that and be like, girl, what are you doing? But... when your head's not there, your head's not there. So
true.
Not saying that that's what it was, but it could have been.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. So she'll have other opportunities, I have no doubt. But yeah, we are able to look at that and be like, oh, man,
from the outside.
Awesome. And but I have to remind myself all the time because I'm 30 and I work with early 20-year-olds or I work with teenagers that like our brains don't work the same way, So it's like, yeah, you could just be in a totally different spot. Then Aisha and Captain literally make me cry again at the end because they love each other so much.
Yeah, their interview together was
cute.
Pretty cool.
I can't believe he still can't put his own contacts in. I feel like that's for TV, but I don't know. Maybe he really doesn't know how to.
I feel like it's just to spend time with Aisha, like a check-in every day.
Oh, it's so adorable.
And I didn't even think of that until the final episode. I'm like, you can't figure it out by now.
I know.
Like,
oh, so cute.
Can captain a gigantic ship, can't put his contacts in.
I know.
I don't know. They're hard to put in. But once you figure it out, you kind of figure it out.
Yeah, you get used to it. When I used to have contacts, I could touch my eyeball and get in there and be totally fine.
Yeah.
You just get used to it. Okay. So my final question for you is, do you think there will be a reunion? Because as of right now, like nothing's been, it's very weird. Like nothing's been announced. There's theories as to like, Bravo or Andy Cohen, who hosts them, like doesn't watch Below Deck. Like that's a theory. There's also a theory there was too much risky stuff with the Luke and Laura stuff. But like, I don't know.
I don't think there's enough for them to talk about for an hour.
What? Yes, there is.
Well, the stuff that they'll want to talk about, like the Luke and Laura stuff, they're getting away from.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. But I think
Adam
there's plenty.
Getting fired is going to take up a minute and a half. Like it's going to be Joao and Zarina yelling at each other for a little bit.
No, I think there's plenty. I think they could really focus on Joao and Zarina. They could focus on Culver and Jamie and Luca. They could focus on Margot and Harry at the beginning. Like, you forget there's been all this stuff they could focus on.
Yeah, but like, it's like what's still open at the end of the season. Like, Margot and Harry are completely fine with each other. That's all put to bed. So I don't feel like anyone really cares anymore.
We want to know what happened with Jamie and Culver.
Yeah, but that's not going to take up an hour.
I disagree. I think they could totally keep up. Whatever. But there's just... that is your opinion. I respect it. But that leads me into our thought of like there is no reunion, so we'll keep an eye out. If there is one, we will totally cover it. But as of right
Yeah.
now, there's been no word on that. So any final thoughts on the episode? That's basically it. I'm sad to see it end. I can't believe we are at the end of our first season.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that's one season down for Below Dexperts. It was a good season. It was fun, and I cannot wait for Med.
I know, I can't either. I go through phases with this, like if anybody who's creates anything their own,
Creator.
yeah, any sort of creator or even any entrepreneur with their own business where like you own it. Like this is the first time I felt something like this, and I go through days where I'm like, this is awesome. Like we are growing like at a steady pace and whatever. And then some days I'm like, we suck. We suck at this and nobody's listening. And you know what I mean? Like you kind of just go through that.
Yeah, yeah, I've been through that with other channels and stuff,
Yeah.
but yeah, after a while you just kind of get over it.
Yeah.
I still think like, oh, it's only 100 something subs. Like we're not gonna get to meet Mr. Beast. Like, it's fine. But at the end of the day, you're like, we're just having fun. It's not like we're investing, hours and hours and hours of time or a shitload of money. Like it's just fun.
And another thing too is like we do have like some loyal followers.
We do.
And I appreciate, I don't even care if it's 5 people that I appreciate that. Like, so I will do it for those 5 followers. And if those 5 followers like it and share it with people that might like it too. And, like Lane said, we're not out there spending a ton of money on like marketing and really pushing our stuff. Like we're making TikToks and we're posting on Instagram and it's fun for us. And we will continue to do it for the people that like are there every week. And I appreciate those people. So that's what keeps me going too when I have those days of like, oh man, like no one's listening. I'm like, no, there are some people and they tell me.
Yeah, and the comments are great. Like even the Dive Talk comment. I'm like, oh my God, someone else watches Dive Talk other than me. This is so cool.
Right. And that's what we love about the internet. The internet can be a really bad place and be very toxic at times, but that's why we love calling out the people that comment the positive things and even the people that can give us constructive criticism. Like, I'll love that, and I never want to give voice to the negative stuff because there is so much more positive. If you look, there's 95% positive and 5% negative. So we have to focus on that 95%.
Yeah.
So sorry, a little bit of a tangent there, but that was just a thank you and a glimpse into my brain, I guess. Keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing. I also kind of mentioned it just now that if you could share, if you like our show and you want to see more, again, we're switching from Below Deck or switching from Down Under to Med. So it's an opportunity to show this show to your friends if you think they would like it and they watch Below Deck, they can start Med with us, then they don't have to like listen to hours of us if they start in the middle. So I think it's awesome. So share on your socials. We would totally appreciate that. Like tag us. That would be awesome. We'll totally repost it.
That would be really cool.
And then the other question I had for people, if you have an opinion on this, and maybe you have an opinion on this too. So right now we have like obviously our YouTube channel and then we have TikTok and Instagram. We're not on Facebook. We're not on Twitter. We're not on Threads. I don't know if anybody's on Threads. Threads is like Facebook's Twitter. Did you know that?
Oh, no.
Okay. So my question is that if anybody feels really passionately that we should be on another social platform, I would like feedback on that. If anybody cares, if you care enough to be like, I would like to see you guys on this social media platform, let me know.
I think we should be on Reddit, but only Below Deck Reddit.
I'm scared of
Reddit. The
Reddit.
rest of Reddit is not good.
Have you looked at Below Deck Reddit? Because I'm even scared to go there.
Yeah, I don't look a lot because there's always spoilers.
Oh, we could look now. Or would there be spoilers for Med even?
No, just like if you didn't watch it live.
Right.
And you get on there, there's going to be spoilers.
I don't know. I've been on another Reddit. I won't mention the podcast name, but it was another podcast that I really love. And I went on their Reddit and like people were being crazy. And I was like, I kind of wish I never looked at this because it's mean. Like Reddit can be really mean.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I just avoid that, and I would never ever
Yeah.
look at ours if we ever had one.
That's true. Yeah.
Never.
I would have to handle the Reddit.
No, I would. We don't even have to handle a Reddit.
Yeah.
Like again, that podcast. Like I don't. They've probably. I don't know. Maybe they haven't read it. But hey.
But oh shit, which one is it? Hey, I picked the right one.
Oh my god. That was almost a really, really good joke with the timing and everything. We're working on it.
I forgot we had that sound.
So anyway, we are getting off topic now. We should probably end this episode because we said it was going to be shorter, and it's turned into a very long episode. So
if you're still here, thank you.
Yeah, for real. Even I'm annoyed with me right now. Any other socials, if you think we should be on there, let me know. Our upcoming schedule before this is our last note. Obviously this show came out Friday today. You are going to see a Q&A from us on Monday. It might be the whole thing. It might be part, but you will see a Q&A drop on Monday. On Wednesday, this is a lot of content for us this upcoming week.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, we're going to drop our little med recap. We're not going to recap the past season. There's been so many seasons. I think we're just going to talk about the crew, what we know about the crew, what we like about med briefly. And then our first med recap would be Friday. So you're going to get 3 things from us next week. You're going to get the Q&A, the mini little med recap, and then the first episode of med. So a lot to look forward to. Continue to share and like and subscribe, and we love you guys.
Yeah. And if you made it this far, comment pancakes.
Oh my God.
All my favorite podcasts do that, and I wanted to do it. If you made it this far and you don't have anything else to say, just comment pancakes.
All right. All right. Bye.
Bye.